Hey Nashville, it was great to be able to be together on Sunday and to pray. I was just so encouraged by the time of prayer together. We had about an hour and a half if you weren't able to be there. I'd like to do that again, so we'll plan that. But if you weren't able to be at the last one, then definitely plan on being at the next one. It was just so encouraging to be able to come together and pray. And I definitely have a sense, I'm sure you do as well, that man, we really need to be praying during this time. A few specific prayer requests. I wanted to say to Imani Tolliver, so sorry, Imani, about the loss of your brother, Terry Jordan. This week, Terry had been battling with cancer. And so, Imani, we're all praying for you. We love you. If there's anything we can do, please let us know. Also, Mary Coleman, same thing. Mary, we're so sorry for the loss of Linda this week. Linda had also been battling with cancer, for those of you who hadn't heard, but I know that we've all been praying for her. And actually, Mary lost her husband, William, a few weeks back. And so it's been a particularly tough time for Mary. And Mary, again, if there's anything we can do, let us know. We love you and definitely are praying for you. There will be a memorial service for William and for Linda on July 18th. And so you can put that on your calendar and more details to come. There will also be a memorial service for George Deegan, who we lost a couple months back, and that's going to be July 11th. So please keep Kelly and Miranda and Celia Deegan in your prayers. I wanted to share a scripture from Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 24. It says, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." We want to be a people who continue to meet together, and I know that's a little challenging right now. Actually, it's a lot challenging right now because we love meeting together, but we've had to do so virtually, and I know it's not the same. But I just wanted to say, brothers and sisters, let's obey Scripture here. Let's not give up meeting together, even though it's harder, even though sometimes it's not as encouraging. Even though we're having to do this online, please continue to make the effort to meet together. It's one of the ways we can encourage each other. Set aside that time, make it happen, make it a priority. I think sometimes because it's virtual, maybe we don't make it as much of a priority, but let's make it a priority to come together, to not give up meeting together, to continue to encourage our brothers and sisters. On Sunday, we had planned this idea of going to the park and meeting together, but actually this morning, the mayor of Nashville rolled the Nashville phases. You know how we had been in phase 3 when it came to opening up after COVID, and so the mayor rolled it back to phase 2. Now what that means is just that it's a little less of everything. Less people in restaurants, less people in stores, less, they want the gatherings to be smaller. And one of the things Nashville said earlier this week is they are demanding that everybody wear face masks, and you can actually get in trouble if you don't. And so what we want to do for Sunday is if you really feel strongly about being at the park, then we'll still have some people at the park, but we're really asking, hey, wear a face mask. When we meet for communion, it won't be by small groups. We'll just get small groups of less than 10 people, and we'll circle up and we'll take communion. But we really want to encourage those groups to stay small. You'll also need to bring your own communion. We don't want to be kind of passing those things around. But honestly, as much as possible, we just want to go ahead and ask people, if you have any pre-existing conditions, if you're at risk at all, if you're above the age, that they're considering to be at risk, which I believe is 60, and honestly, even if just you're nervous and you're like, I don't know if I should go or not, just stay home. We'd honestly rather more people just stay home with the way that these cases are going up. But at the same time, everybody's adults, and so if we're gonna, those of you that decide, I just want to see people, I want to go to the park, let's take every precaution possible. Let's wear the masks. Let's be very careful. And if you do go to the park, you just have to realize it's just like going to the grocery store or a restaurant anywhere else. There are people out there that are asymptomatic and they don't know they have COVID. And there's just always a chance, if we're out in different places, that we could actually get it. And so we just have to be aware of that risk, and we don't want anybody taking that lightly. There will be a virtual church service on Sunday at 10:30. And the information is attached to this email that you got this video on, and it will also be attached to our newsletter. It will be a Zoom call, much like if you participated in the Mid-South service that we had a few weeks back, actually it's been over a month now, where we got to hop on the Zoom call and then go into breakout rooms and just have some time to fellowship. And so that's what the service is going to be this Sunday. We thought this Sunday, just whether you're at a park or whether you're on the Zoom calls, it'll be just a time focused on fellowship. So hop on. There will be a time for communion. And again, there will be a time just to kind of connect with different people. And so whether it's in the park or online, we're going to be able to really fellowship and connect this Sunday. Now, for July, we're going to go ahead and continue meeting virtually. I know that that's sad and frustrating. Now, if you still want to meet in your small groups, by all means do so, but we're just not ready to do anything at the church building because the number of cases just continues to go up. We just feel like it's not time to do that yet. But we are excited about plans that we have, and we're going to continue to have different things we can do in addition to church, where we can meet to pray, we can meet to share stories and to hear each other. We are putting together a survey, so look for that. We're not quite done with it, but when we finish coming up with the survey questions, we're going to send those out. So please answer those and send them back in. We just want to really hear how you're feeling and what you feel like the direction of the church should be as we move forward. And also, we're continuing to pray and work on putting together a diversity team. So just please be praying for us as we work on that. Our theme for the year is we really want to be connected. And obviously, it's been not what we expected, but I think God has given us the opportunity to really go deep, to hear each other, to connect across all kinds of different obstacles, whether that's having to meet online or whether that's having conversations that are long overdue about race, about how we feel about things that we've experienced. And I'm just so proud of the church for how we've come together, heard each other. Please pray that the Spirit show us what's next and show us where we need to go, because we know that God's got great plans for us. Love you all. Have a great weekend.